Dan, as always, appreciate the time. Wish it was more exciting and fun stuff to talk about. That game against the Steelers, though, it kind of unfolded in much the same way that Ravens game did in week 1.
It really did. I mean, the only difference is the Browns were kind of in that Ravens game a little bit longer. I believe it was 10-6 in the second quarter, and then you had the Odell Beckham drop, the Austin Seibert missed field goal, and the wheels just kind of came off after that. This one was pure domination by the Steelers from, minute 1 to minute 60. There were little tiny things here and there for the Browns, but it was just the Steelers kind of reminding the Browns that they're big brother and you're still little brother, and it looked like it for most of that game.
And the really concerning thing is the defense goes out and holds to a field goal. It was a pretty impressive drive to start. They hold to a field goal, then the turnover, the pick six, and just like that, you're in a huge hole again.
And credit to the defense. After that pick six, they forced a couple 3-and-outs, and the Browns just couldn't get anything going on the offensive side of the football. And everybody talks about the pick six, but I don't think we're spending enough time on the second interception. The Browns were playing a field position game, and Baker Mayfield kind of panicked a little bit, left the pocket, threw the ball up for grabs. And I mean, you want to see better than that from a guy who's starting his 35th or 36th game, whatever it was in his career. The pick six was a bad decision, but that was a panic play that you expect from, a guy playing, maybe a guy the Browns are going to play here soon, Joe Burrow, as opposed to a guy that started games.
Yeah, and it's concerning because, again, when he's in the pocket, particularly over the middle of the field, it doesn't look like he's like Baker is processing what he needs to process, and that has to be a huge concern.
And you hate to go back to this because it was such a topic of conversation coming out, and it didn't seem like it was an issue in 2018, but you do wonder sometimes because Baker is a shorter quarterback. He's not 6'4" or 6'5", and as we've seen in the NFL, you don't necessarily have to be, but you've got to be able to find throwing lanes and find lanes where you can see what's going on. And I think there are times in the pocket where he really is kind of having trouble seeing what's in front of him. And also, I'm not sure how much he trusts what he's seeing sometimes. You go back and look, and there are throws that he can make that are pretty easy throws, and he double clutches, he hesitates. I think when he does see things, he's not really fully trusting what he's seeing.
Is it a function of this offense, do you think? He's just because it is a different system, or do you think it's even maybe deeper than that?
It's probably a combination of both. He's still learning this offense, and this does put an emphasis on the ball getting out on time, the ball getting out accurately. And sometimes, especially on some of those short third downs where they run these quick plays past the sticks, if you don't get the ball there on time, that throw might not just be there anymore. But I also think there are some bad habits. I still think he's leaving clean pockets. I still think he's not stepping up into the pocket enough. It's just I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know exactly what's going on, but he just doesn't feel comfortable when he's in the pocket. And we're going to start seeing it now. There's going to be some teams they play that might not be able to do this, but the teams that can, they're going to try and hem him in like Pittsburgh did and make sure that he can't escape the pocket.